Hi, my name is Shelby Norris. This is my week 8, chapter 9 discussion post. This week we have 4 different questions. Number 1 is, how would a zero tolerance policy affect the drink and drive issue in the U.S.? I first of all want to just preface that I believe that drinking and driving is irresponsible and stupid. I think that if you drink and drive and get behind the wheel after having too many drinks, that you are putting yourself in danger and other people in danger, and it should not be done. Ubers are so cheap, just get an Uber. However, I do also think that implementing a zero tolerance policy into the U.S. would be overstepping from a federal government. I personally believe that if this were to even be a discussion, that states should decide whether that happens. But I do also think that this would be bad for the economy. One, I think this would affect bars, restaurants, breweries, wineries, which would overall affect our economy, since that is, where a lot of our consumerism happens. I also think that it's still probably going to happen because people are irresponsible, meaning people would have minor infractions, minor infractions like having a drink and not being inebriated and being able to drive, and then get major punishment for that minor infraction. And I think that would be unfair. I think that getting a DUI after one beer at a restaurant is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. Obviously, like I said, I don't like drinking and driving. It's not cool. But if a grown adult has 2 drinks in 3 hours at dinner and they get a DUI after that, I feel like it's overkill. So I overall don't think it's a good idea to do zero tolerance policy. I think that the law that we have in place right now is efficient and works. Unfortunately, it is obvious that some people like to abuse that situation, but then they get punished for it. So that's my opinion on that. And number 2, I think why vaping is so popular in the U.S., especially among young adults and adolescents, is one, because of the way they market these vapes. They make them colorful with like weird little fruity names and stuff. And it's enticing to adolescents and young adults. I think that it's accessible. It's all over the place. Like, you can't go to a single gas station without being able to find a vape. I think that fake IDs are a problem. Everyone has fake IDs. I mean, obviously, people have always had fake IDs, but they've been rampant now recently in our time. And they're getting better and better. So it's easier for people to get their hands on vapes as well. So how are the meanings of vaping different than smoking traditional cigarettes or chewing tobacco? I think that now my generation thinks that smoking cigarettes is gross or chewing tobacco is gross, but vaping is fine, even though it does the same thing. I think that vapes are like a little different just because you can vape anywhere. Like when people smoked cigarettes, you had to go to a certain place or go outside. And now the vapes don't make like a smell like the way that cigarettes do, so you can vape wherever. So it's like normalized to just like always have your vape on you and stuff. I also don't think that people understand like the repercussions of vaping, even though it's probably going to be similar to cigarettes, and cause cancer, and stuff like that. So I just don't think that people have seen the repercussions yet, so they still think that vaping is okay. What can we do to change that? Again, I don't know that taking away vapes will I don't think that we'll be able to take away vapes. I don't think that'll really happen. I think that's the only way to actually change things. I think that if we stop marketing towards younger people, that maybe that could change. I remember when Juul took away mango vape pods, and people were all super upset, but for a minute it did work, and then people just started pulling out these bright colored fruity little stuff. So I think that it probably won't change. I think this is going to probably pan out in the same way that cigarettes did, where people end up finding out that it's horrendous and then they stop. But we probably already could have told you that was obvious from the beginning. But yeah, just changing the marketing up and stop making it enticing for young people might help. But yeah, thank you.